Babe, I'm leaving, must be on my way. Time is drawing near. Train is going. See it in your eyes. And I'll be lonely without you. Suki, Sook. You know what?
I gotta tell you, all day long, I was like very excited for Dennis DeYoung. I've seen STYX without Dennis DeYoung, and I've seen STYX with Dennis DeYoung.
Which one did you like better?
I mean, because the STYX with Dennis DeYoung, you get the
you get the STYX feel.
You get the STYX music too. He sings the songs.
I mean, his voice is really STYX, right? I mean, he wrote like 8 or 9 of the top hits of STYX.
You know, I didn't mind both, but you know, I wish they would get together. These are the questions we're going to ask because the fans are asking.
Absolutely, and it does from the looks of what you read and what it sounds like, they ain't never getting back together.
I mean, what the heck's up with that bad blood? I mean, like, forget, move on. Hello.
No way, no how. So we got Dennis DeYoung coming up later on. Dannon Green, actor, screenwriter, comedian. Tonight he's going to be a singer. He's got an amazing new documentary on rolling on Tubi that we're going to talk to him about, Sook. So I got a little Suki mailbag. People have been writing in questions for you.
Very good. I'm ready for it.
Sook, this has been some kind of week, and we wrap it up with a great show. Dannon Green coming up in just a few. Dennis DeYoung. Let's rock and roll. Let's hit the intro. Away we go.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
It's musical. It's magical.
Whoa!
This is the sexy show.
Someone's getting some action.
These larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor.
You just got George's earwax all over your ears, bud.
Entertainment.
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
And optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
Sook, you know what's funny? When you have the mouthpiece on that intro, it always sounds like you're saying, I'm Cheryl. But you're really saying, I'm terrible, right? You're saying, I'm terrible. Yeah. I keep thinking you're saying it's Cheryl.
You're like, you're not Cheryl.
Oh, my goodness. Sook, good Lord. The T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Maurice Bernard, who plays Sonny on General Hospital, coming up next week on the 16th. We locked him in. Very excited to come on. And
we locked in Vanessa Williams. She's coming on.
Locked in Vanessa Williams. We also locked in, you talk about current stars of today. We locked in Paul Walter Hauser, who's in the new Cruella out in theaters right now. He's one of the guys who steals the movie. And also he's in Cobra Kai. So Paul's coming on. He's a goof. We're going to have a good time with him. But listen. You think about the week we've had. I mean, Susie Quattro came on.
Amazing.
Last night we had Melissa Manchester on, and Jeff Coffey, who was one of the lead singers for Chicago. I mean, how great was he? Maybe I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time.
I mean, you know what? People like him that could just do songs so effortlessly like that, just incredible.
Guys like that
telling stories about Don Felder, his time with them. I mean, it was just a great show.
So great. But
hey, you know what? Tonight we're going to wrap up this week, and it's going to be better because we've got Dennis DeYoung of STYX.
Dennis DeYoung's coming on. Dannon Green, he's an actor, comedian, screenwriter, director, producer, documentarian. He promised he'll sing a couple tunes with us tonight, so that's going to be great. You want to give a little touch to all the folks who already lit us up here on the live show?
Jeannie Clay is joining in, Rory Wright, Elisa Jewell, Brenda Faye Ramsey, Irene Fitzhugh, Yvonne Burns, Jill Jones, Anna Hoover, Cherry Hetrick, Leedy Lee, and the usual suspects are here. I feel like everybody is here. Aaron Myers, Beverly Harrison, Philippine Richardson. It looks like everybody's here.
By the way,
Jeannie is here.
So you know how great
Anita Anderson. Yeah. I think I got everybody.
You know how great our audience is. Jeannie Clay played Booker this week. She sent me a guy by the name of Rich Aveo. He's an amazing singer who does impressions of other singers.
Yeah, we love Jeannie Clay.
The guy's spot on. He's coming on next on the 23rd, one of our last shows before the break.
Thanks, Jeannie. We love you.
We got the guy on immediately, and it's going to be great shows.
And then how about those guys from Hawaii that I found that you were like reached out to them?
Oh yeah, I reached out to those guys. It's the guys who were playing the instrumentals.
Oh my God, they were so good.
So many talented people online. It's amazing. Here's the thing. Here's what I want to do. We have a little Suki mailbag before we bring down
mailbag. Find out what's in the mailbag.
So here's a couple of questions, Suk. Our first one comes from Chicago, Illinois. Dear Suki, if corn oil is made from corn and vegetable oil is made from vegetables, what's baby oil made from? Signed, Concern from Chicago, Illinois. Suk, any idea where baby oil comes from?
That's a good question.
You're not going to say it's not made from babies. I know that. It's not.
We know, it's not made from babies. Baby oil. Let's see. I would think that it's olive oil. What is
looking up. No looking up.
Is it like vegetable oil that we're running?
It's corn oil and vegetable oil.
Is human-made mineral oil like petroleum jelly.
Oh, nice.
Baby oil is made from a byproduct that's left over when oils are refined. Baby oil is further refined until it is safe for the skin, skincare products, and other beauty uses. And there you go.
Nicely done, Suki. Nicely done. I knew you'd have the answer. Here's question number 2 of 3. Dear Suki, why can't my wife put her mascara on with her mouth closed? That's Kendrick from Madison, Wisconsin. Suk, that's true. Why do all women have to have their mouths open when they're putting mascara on?
It's just a habit. I mean, when you go to the bottom lashes, you just gotta go like that.
Does the mouth immediately go open?
Kind of does. It kind of does.
All right.
I mean, it's also like, have you ever looked at women's lipsticks? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
some people have a flat lipstick. Some people have like a pointy lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does your lipstick look like? My friend, she puts on lipstick like this. I'm like,
you go real tight on the lips?
Real tight on the lips. I'm like, what are you doing? And so her point is like this skinny little point, and you're like, that's whack.
Right.
But then there are some people that go like this, and it's flat. I try to keep the shape. I'm an equal.
Aaron Myers wants to know where he writes in for Suki's mailbag. Come on, man. You know the address.
Aaron, just write in.
Here's the final one, Suk. Here we go. Dear Suki, why is it when my husband's looking for an address while driving, he needs to turn down the radio? That's from Alana.
You can't do 2 things at once. You can't listen to the radio and look for the address.
I do that too when I'm pulling up to a house. I turn everything down on my phone. They're always like, "What are you turning the radio down for?" I'm like, "I gotta find the place."
You know what it is? It's like you don't want to roll up into somebody's house like with the radio blast and
Yeah. If you want to stay with me tonight, I'm levitating.
I got my peaches out of Georgia.
Oh, that's the worst song ever.
We from California.
Worst. Listen, Suk, I hate it. I hate the Peaches Out of Georgia song. I can't stand it. Dannon Green was on the show way back last year. And he had this documentary he was working on, or he was trying to get it sold and on the air. It's called The Executioners. We All Had a Chance. And it's about a group of guys who grew up in Philadelphia, boxers in Philly. Some got in trouble. Some came out of prison, got back to where they needed to be. Some guys helping them do that, the trainers. The documentary is now on Tubi. Which, as you know, Tubi, one of the huge streaming sites here in our fine country. So The Executioners, We All Had a Chance, is on Tubi. I'm going to show you the teaser video for it, and then we'll bring Dannon in next. Take a look.
In 1974, 2 men from West Philadelphia would assemble the greatest collection of young fighters the country would ever see.
You know the way the executioners started? They had 12 guys. And these guys was tearing it up.
Everyone knew that Philadelphia fighters could fight.
Only fighting style was tough, but they were slick.
I don't think there was none like this gym out of Philadelphia.
But like they say, all good things must come to an end.
I got shot, victim of crime. I walked up to a situation that was a problem with somebody else.
Kelly would never fight again.
I got locked up and had to go do 18 months, and it was one of the saddest times of my life.
Yeah, I feel like I disappointed a lot of people. Yeah, I disappointed myself.
Now, I'm going to tell you one good thing what Chucky told me. He said, you know, Frank, we can help these kids. We can help a lot of kids to get on their feet and do this. My mind at that time was, I don't know what he's talking about, these kids. I'm going to make a chance.
In our house. He stole the name from us.
Oh, Bernard Hopkins, he wasn't the real executioner. I was the real executioner.
The executioners, we all had a chance.
Yeah, no longer coming soon, man. That thing is out.
It's out.
That thing is out. Thank you. There is nothing else for me to say.
Good night, Dannon. Good talking to you, my friend.
Good night. Hey, thank you guys for having me.
So, Dannon, the last time we spoke, I mean, this was like kind of in the works. You were trying to figure out how to place it, and then boom, Tubi. That is not shabby at all, my friend.
No.
That is a huge placement.
Not bad for your first time. Not bad for your first time.
Not at all. Dannon, listen, man, this has been like, this is a project near and dear to your heart, man. This was something that you were going to get on the air no matter what you had to do. And it looks like it took you a long time to put together, a lot of research, a lot of interviews. What was it about those guys and that time period in boxing that really, gave you that determination to get this thing done?
Well, it's the fact. First of all, thank you guys for having me. I also want to let you know that I am a choir director, so we'll be leading some praise and worship later.
Nice. All right.
Okay. I feel you a tenor a little bit, Scott. So let me get you.
Hallelujah to our God. Hallelujah.
Praise him every day. You know what it is, Scott and Suki. It was I grew up with a number of these guys, and I grew up in the inner city, and we always hear stories. We hear all the stories about the people that we know. Like if I ask either one of you, give me a story you heard about Mike Tyson, or give me a story that you heard about LeBron or Jordan. You can tell me. So to me, and even Ali, who to me who was the greatest athlete we probably have ever had, close to Jim Brown. You know what I mean? In terms of polarizing, we know these stories. So what more can we get out of these stories? To me, this story that I wrote, directed, produced, narrated, I can't even tell you anymore. This story is the first of all, I think I told you before, this is the first boxing documentary ever about a team, which is the first unique thing.
Right.
You guys know in sports, most boxing documentaries have always been about an individual fight.
One guy,
One guy, a fight, or an incident, you know what I mean? But never about a team. And when I mean a team, I'm not talking about how we were, you may play in a league and tell your cousins, hey, why don't you guys come and, join my team? You know what I mean? We never had that. These guys came all of these guys came from a 0-0 record from around Southwest and West Philadelphia to form one of the greatest amateur teams in amateur records ever.
So it was a story of the possibility, which then turned into disappointment and then missteps. And then is this the redemption that they're looking for? This is that next chapter of redeeming who they are today. Is that the story that you kind of wrap up, Dannon?
What's crazy? I was talking to a friend of mine today. On that point, I never knew how it was going to be because every guy was interviewed singular except the Clark brothers. So when you're interviewing different guys individually, they're telling their own stories. I didn't have a list of questions. I started it off with, hey, what got you into the gym? What did the gym do for you? And then they would just go. And I interviewed, like, look, my documentary is 1 hour and 35 minutes long. Each guy was interviewed almost over an hour to 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, you got to cut it all down.
Yeah. So when they started telling their stories, Suki, or what you're talking about, you knew that there was emotion there about either regrets or mistakes that they made. And I got them to tell some stories that streetwise no one would even hear again. And what it did was, I think what it really did, it was not only a redemption, but I think it gave them a release to go, these were the mistakes I made. You know what? It was like letting the cat out the bag, letting all of the, whether it was good or bad, out the closet. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they always say in church, what's in the dark will soon come to light.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was one of those moments for a lot of these guys.
Oh, it looks so interesting. And you yourself, you were into boxing at a young age. I know you still like to work out a little bit, but for a guy who kind of, made it to Hollywood as not only a comic, but a successful actor now and a screenwriter, you didn't have it easy as a kid, man. You were a foster kid. You grew up in New York. How'd you end up in Philadelphia?
You know what's funny? That's a great question. And why I'm saying that is because since we've talked, and that was a while ago, my film was accepted into the Manhattan Film Festival. What's very unique and significant about the Manhattan Film Festival is I was born in Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I'm a foster child out of Manhattan.
Out of Manhattan. Full circle moment there for you.
Yes. And to be honest with you, it's emotional because I'm a foster kid. I lived in 7 foster homes before I was adopted. I got adopted and moved to Philadelphia. That's how I got to Philly. So
That's
for
how
me
you got
to
to
do
Philly.
a story about a gym in Philly and be able to have it screened in New York is amazing. And I didn't tell you guys, I wanted to wait, but you made me pull the cat out the bag. Next week, June 18th, my movie will be screened at the Manhattan Film Festival in Manhattan, New York.
Nice.
So that's not bad for a foster kid. Not bad.
Not bad. You'll be there or no?
Yes. And not only will I be there, but I'm flying first class. Thank you.
Nice. Listen, I want to see you in a Walt Clyde Frazier hat and fur coat when you're walking in.
You know what? I would, but because it is going to be June, that's not going to work.
Listen, Clyde never cared.
Clyde didn't care, and he still don't care. Looking good.
He's still
Listen, during the pandemic, Authority Magazine did an article on you saying that you wanted to inspire a movement for respect and responsibility. What was that movement about?
It was about really, as a man, I can go, quote unquote, with the race card as a black man, but I want to go as a man and a person, like I said, that was a foster kid. You know what I mean? And foster kids come in all shapes and colors. I wanted to be able to let people know that there is hope, and not only for kids, but for adults. Because I think America, we forget about the adults. We go, oh, once you get, it could be a fire. 5 people died, but the poor baby. Yeah, but what about the mama and the daddy? They died too. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So I really wanted to put a project out there. Once I got involved with this project, to go, you know what? It has to mean something, or it's just a movie. And when people watch it, and what I'm very happy about is that a lot of women are watching it, because a lot of women I purposely, first of all, let me finish my point and tell you why I purposely. So a lot of women are watching it and you're seeing a whole different thing than what they were expecting.
Right.
And I'm telling them, I've had a woman tell me this past Monday, she called me from Florida and said, when I watched your documentary, I saw some of my life in it. And that you can't write that up. You can't make that up,
Yeah.
And it's the funny part with the woman references, a lot of women that I talk to, like I belong to this Bad West organization out here, Black Organization for Documentaries West Coast. Okay, they got one in New York, West Coast. So when I showed it, Scott, probably around the time when you and I first, I interviewed with you guys over a year ago, I showed a little clipping of it. It wasn't completed, and they were like, "Well, why would women want to watch it?" Well, I don't even like boxing, and and as I wanted to kick them under the table, I said, "Ooh, I could just," but there was too many people in the room, so I had to go ahead and listen to her. And I wanted to say, "Look, let me finish it. Let's see what the finished product is going to be, because it's not just about boxing; it's a human interest story."
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's humanity. Yeah. And you touch on a serious subject in the documentary, right? But you're also a very successful comedian.
Very.
You've been in a lot of
great influence.
A lot of good sitcoms, Girlfriends, Everybody Hates Chris, right?
Yes.
Now, did I read correctly that during the pandemic you've been writing like a whole one-man stand-up comedy act you got going?
I'm working. Okay, so I felt like, you know what? I won't lie to you. When the pandemic first started, I don't know if anybody else was like me. I was like, you know what? This ain't gonna be but a week and a half. I'm cool. I can sit around the house and, I'm playing games. I'm acting like I'm in jail. I'm in jail. I can't get out. Playing around. But after 3 months, I was like, yo, I'm really in jail, man. Like, I can't get out. You know what I mean? And then after 8 months, I'm like, you start crying, Lord. And you know what? But about 4 months in, and I don't know if you guys were like this or any of your colleagues or people that you know, Scott and Suki, I said, if I don't take advantage of this time, this was a wasted year and a half. This will be wasted time. Because this was the only time in America, whether someone said to me, Danny Green, what are you doing? I can say, I'm in the house. And then they can say, what do you think? And then they can say, what do you think Denzel Washington is doing? Now, guess what? He's in the house. So it was a time when we should have took advantage of all of the time. So I wrote, and I've been writing a one-man show, my stand-up show, but I wrote a movie. And I have to tell you, I wrote a movie that I truly believe could win an Oscar.
Would that be called Heartbreak Hotel?
You remember? Scott, where you at, Scott? Where you located?
I'm in the annals of New Jersey, my friend.
Okay, Scott. If I ever see you, I'm gonna buy you a beer just for that memory. I did not know you had remembered that.
Yeah, Dannon, I wrote it down. I saw you were writing a screenplay for Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah, so you cheated, but at least you did remember right. You know what I mean? So yes, so I did. I took full advantage of it, and it's really a good script. It's really a good script.
I'm looking forward to it, man. And
when you get nominated for that Oscar, we're going to be right there with you going, yeah, we talked to him about this. Yes, he predicted this. We're going to be like re-racking this whole thing.
That's our guy.
Hey, Scott, I just want you to stand up when I'm walking there, and I want you to go, that's my son. That's my son.
That's my guy. And listen, man, you know, that's where this show came from, Dannon, because I said to Suki, we can't sit here all the pandemic and not do anything.
Right.
So we came up with this show, and it snowballed into this craziness with celebrities and performers and everybody.
I'm very impressed, by the way. I want you guys to know. I'm on the show that these guys were on. Okay, Danny Green, you ain't doing so bad.
Yeah. And listen, coming up right after you, Dennis DeYoung, legendary musician and singer.
Wow,
from, it doesn't get bigger than that. But
no, it
Dannon, listen, you're a joy. The movie, the documentary is called The Executioners, a Philadelphia story. We all had a chance. And listen, it's on Tubi, and it's free. You don't even have to pay for it.
It's on Tubi, but I can make the announcement now. July 1st, it's going to be on Amazon Prime, and it's going to be on 2 other streaming networks. I got 4 deals.
Really?
Yes.
Bam, Dannon, bam. You did it.
Yeah, but we haven't. See, the reason we didn't push it, I knew I was trying to work on the deals, but the reason that we didn't push it was because we didn't want to. I didn't want to separate my viewership. You know what I mean? I wanted people that want to watch Tubi. You know what I'm saying? But come July 1st, it's also going to be on Amazon Prime. Zumo, I think it's called Zumo, XUOM, Zumo, something like that.
Yeah,
and
Zumo.
Yes, and another streaming service. So we did okay.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It's a great documentary, and again, you go on Tubi, and the thing is free. There's no subscription, and our guy Dannon, listen, you wrote this thing, you produced it, you directed it, and narrated it. You know, listen, you could have called me for the narration.
And I narrated it pretty good, not bad for a guy with a list. You know, I took my time. You know what I mean?
I didn't even realize that was you. I didn't realize that was you.
Yeah, I took my time. Now, Scott, since you're in Jersey, Sugar, I don't know where you are.
I'm in New York. I'm right next to him.
She's right next door in New York.
Why don't you come to the screening?
When is it? Next week?
It's next Friday, the 18th, 5 o'clock, Manhattan, New York.
Oh, you know what the traffic's like? You know what the traffic's like 5 o'clock on a Friday?
Nope, not if you leave early. Nope, I don't know.
Listen, can we meet you for a couple drinks beforehand?
You know what? And I'm not. I got to take all the jokes out of this. I would totally be honored if you guys came and met me for a drink. And a matter of fact, if you can't make it on Friday, they having the opening gala on Thursday. I can give you that address. We can have drinks there, and whatever you want to do. But look, let me tell you something. This is not only, this documentary isn't just big for me. It's big for the fighters. And I'm gonna tell you, I gotta share this story. As you know, the older gentleman in there who was based around, there was 2 men, and the other one died in '96. The other one, Frank Taylor, was 79, 80 when I interviewed him. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. When I was getting the project together and doing it, I started getting anxieties. And the anxiety was because as we got it done, I wanted to make sure it would have broke my heart if something would have happened to him before he got a chance to see the documentary.
Right.
So what I did was I worked hard, and I showed him, once I got the documentary done, and you guys got to hear this story. This is a funny story. You got to hear this. I showed him the documentary, right? It was completed. So now he's 79, 80. He lives in an assisted living home, but he's good. He moves. He's good. He lives in a retirement place. So I sent him, I said, look, I'm going to send you 5 or 6 views so you can view it and look at it with your friends or whatever. He said, okay, no problem. So he calls me up one day. He goes, Dannon. I go, yeah, it's a Saturday night. He goes, hey, I'm having a little problem running the movie. I said, well, you got to do this. You got to do that. I said, wow, what's going on? He said, oh, I got about 25 people in my rec room with chicken wings and sandwiches, and we're watching the movie. And I'm like, this guy done made it a movie situation, a premiere for him. So 79, 80 years old, and I can't lie to you. It would have broke my heart if he did not get to see it, and definitely know that it's worldwide now. Yeah. Now that it is, I feel like I accomplished the goal that I needed to accomplish.
Dude, you're amazing, man. We're so happy you got it done, my friend.
Yeah, thank
you. Listen, I'm going to talk to the folks at Harper PR and our girl Sharon, and maybe we can work it out where we can get to the city next week.
Well, listen, you have tickets. You have tickets. Your tickets are paid for.
Beautiful.
You just come. I got you guys. I just want, what? It really would. I would love for you guys to be there if you can make it. But I really appreciate you guys having me.
We're going to talk about it. Yeah, maybe we will. Give us something to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what is there to do on the East Coast besides sweat in June? Hey.
Yeah. Really? Dannon, thank you, my man.
And it's air conditioning.
You're the best. And when the one-man comedy show is done, I need to come see that too.
Yes, sir. You will see that, and I really appreciate it. And just remember, man, and tell your people, 'cause I know you guys have a great following. Tell your people that anything is possible. You just gotta have a good attitude. You gotta have a good spirit, and anything is possible. Just don't give up, and don't let anybody dictate what you can and cannot do. That's the most important thing you got to remember. If you
it's all
do that,
in here, right? Keep it going.
It's there and here. You got to put it in your head and put out your heart.
Living proof, my friend. Dannon, thank you so much. We love you, pal.
Thank you guys for having me, man. Thank you so much for having me. God bless. Hey,
God bless you, Dan.
See you in New York.
Absolutely.
Okay, I love you too.
See you, pal.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye. So he's great. Dannon is absolutely
it'd be great to see him. Like, maybe Thursday. I was going to say, don't say Friday, Scotty. I got crap to do.
What? You got what? Listen, Souk, this has been, the folks who have been on this show just this week alone have been amazing.
Melissa Manchester.
Melissa Manchester earlier on. Susie Quattro was with us earlier this week. Jeff Coffey from Chicago. And tonight, we welcome in Dennis DeYoung, is from, obviously, he's one of the founders of STYX, wrote most of their huge hits. He's, out on his own now, and he's got new music. He's got a new album out right now. I think it actually, by the way, Souk, I think it actually comes out tomorrow, 6/11. And it's 26 East Volume 2. And that's the name of it. He had Volume 1 about a year ago. This one's 26 East Volume 2. And obviously, listen, you and I know every song from STYX, right? Yep. You know it's you, man.
Yep.
That's you talk about the soundtrack of our childhood. That was it, right? STYX tunes, Babe, and Come Sail Away, and all those fantastic songs. So Dennis DeYoung, though, he's got, like I said, a new album, 26 East Volume 2. Here's one of the songs off that album. I want to play a little bit. And I mean, listen, the guy's been doing it forever, and he still sounds just as amazing as he did back then. Take a look.
And will we ever love? All empires built will someday burn. When they've lost all concern and they fail just to listen and learn. No more light, no more air, like a ship of booze adrift on the mountain air. No more joy, no more hope, still we search for signs of truth as we have to go. Lord, from the isle of the misanthrope.
So good.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the voice still sounds the same, Dennis. Jesus Christmas.
Who was it? I like him. I like him. Who is that? Wait a minute. Wait a second. Now, wait a minute.
There you go. Oh, my God.
What's wrong with that guy? Did he just have
Dennis, you look like the captain of an alien ship in that video. Like you're ready to kick some butt.
Well, it's a very long video, and it's called "I Live Misanthrope."
Yep.
And it was just my take on the direction I felt, in some ways, the country, our great country, this republic that we love, this work in progress since the 18th century. I thought, misanthrope, that's somebody who hates humanity. And I started thinking, I was watching all these people, social media and the political situation in the country with the election. I'm going, are we all trying to find a reason to hate the other person?
Right, right.
To think, are we at the Isle of Misanthrope now? And I guess the operative line in the song is, and will we ever learn, all empires built will someday burn? Because we all know this. here's my suggestion, and then we'll have fun. I'll tell jokes. But here's my suggestion. 2 things. I think Scott and Suki, you'll be with me. Number 1, there's only one rule. It's the golden rule. All the rest of them don't mean anything. If we could just do our best to follow that one, we're going to be much better off. And number 2, all you jackwagons out there around the world, of which I'm one, how about a little more humility and a little less hubris? Could we just get that and admit we're on this planet flying through the universe? And if the pandemic didn't tell us anything about ourselves, what will? We're not in control. We're just, people are going around and the universe is going, do we need human beings anymore? Perhaps not.
Not really.
They now have social media. They're driving us nuts. So I wrote this song about, come on, guys. You got this side, this ideology here. You got this dogma over here. They're in this group, religious, social, political. I like thin crust pizza. I like thick, deep dish. You're an idiot. You're stupid for like.
So Dennis DeYoung's interviewing himself. We don't even have to do anything.
I love it. Actually, I love it.
You guys. And what did you say? UB, that last guy, UB.
Tubi.
Oh, Tubi.
Tubi. It's a streaming service.
That's
streaming
right.
service.
That's the cheap one. It's not to be.
Right.
With me.
To be or not to be.
Getting back to the Isle of Misanthrope. And one more thing. There'll be plenty of things. I'm on a talk show. I better say something.
Absolutely. Whatever you want, bud.
I'm thinking, with all social media, you guys have to deal with this. We all do.
Sure.
Here's thinking, let's bring back the fist fight.
There's no fist fights on social.
Yeah. You want to say something? Say it to me. Let me see who you are. This is me. I'm standing right here. Say so. Okay. It used to be you couldn't hide behind schmegala-ding-a-ding that went 670 and say, you're a poo-poo face. What's going on with me? So Isle of Misanthrope is that. Now, the best part is not the video. It's pretty good. Suki, I saw you going, oh my God, how old is that guy? That's what you were thinking. And it's not just a video you can watch for free on YouTube because everything's free.
Everything's free. Yeah, you guys, listen, you guys don't make money anymore, Dennis. What are you kidding me?
Oh,
you got to go out and tour.
But there's another video called The Making of Misanthrope, right? Through this, I explained the video frame by frame. Okay?
Wow.
And I've created this giant video that's so deep and interesting, and then I go and poke fun at it because it's just all a bunch of baloney anyway. So that's what I'm doing. Anyways, good to be with you guys. I mean,
thank you so much, my friend. Listen, before we get to everything else, just let's just break the ice. Give me 15 seconds of "Lady" from the
Jerry
moment.
Lewis version or
your version.
Not Jerry Lewis.
Your version.
Lady, pretty lady. That's the difference.
Hey, lady. That's what it sounds like.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling. Give me whoa, your love.
Love it. I love it. I love it.
Next Tuesday.
What's that?
I'm 92 years old next to. No, I'm 74. See all this over here?
Yeah, my God. It's
I was looking behind you.
Suki, don't get excited because I'll tell you right now, that's a green screen. That's a Sting's master bedroom.
Sting's bedroom. That's great. I love it. Dennis, listen, man, you are, we're talking about this all week. When Melissa Manchester was on earlier this week, and we have a lot of Rick Springfield. They all come through, and it's so much fun to have the artists who are, the people who are the soundtracks of our childhoods. And I can't tell you how many back seats of how many cars I was in making out with girls to your, babe, I'm leaving. That's the ultimate makeout song right there.
I did the same thing. No, I didn't. Babe, I'm leaving. I must be on my way. So anyway, let me tell you the story about that.
Oh.
It's my wife's birthday. Suki, you're going to love this story. Well, maybe not. So I'm trying to get out of buying jewelry. So I said, I'll write her a song. And so I write this song, and I write it real quick, and I'm going to go demo it to give it to her at her birthday party in front of the relatives and the friends. And so I called the Panazzo brothers, my buddies who formed the band in '60.
Yeah.
And we go to the studio. We'd make the demo. Nobody's there but me. Never supposed to be a STYX song. Never. So there's no big guitars. No guitar players were there. They were on vacation. I sing all the background parts. I give it to my wife. And she says, oh my God, that's so beautiful. Where's my necklace? And so, so then the record company heard the song, and they said, that's got to be on the album. Oh, look at, he's so cute. And they said, it's got to be on the album. And so the song you've heard on the radio all these years is the demo we did.
That was the demo.
Yeah. The only difference is Tommy Shaw played a guitar solo, but all those harmonies are me. And so that's the story behind Babe. Never supposed to be a STYX song, but it was an accidental #1 record. And let me just tell you, I wish you had more of them that were accidental.
Yeah. Well, listen, you had plenty of #3s, but listen, while we're on Babe, I want to take you back. I think you're at maybe Foxwoods Casino here. Let me give you a little Babe right here. Watch.
Get you every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said,
everybody wants to know, like, it's been 20-something. How many years has it been? And will there ever, I mean, I was reading all these articles that says that this just never going to happen. It's just.
No reunion, huh? Ever, Dennis?
I mean, after the pandemic, any enlightenment?
Yeah, I've been promoting the idea for the last 5 or 6 years because, you know, I think it's time that Mo, Larry, and Curly and Shemp get back on stage on one last tour to say thank you to the fans that made us wealthy human beings and tell them how much we appreciate what they've done to make our lives better.
Right.
And it's been met with total resistance. Now, this past year, the promoters who have to, you know, put the money up for these things, I am told, on very good authority, that they went back channels and asked, hey, guys, what do you think? And I was told that Tommy said no. So it's not in my corner. I don't have any axes to grind or hatches to bury. I mean, I love those guys. They were me in 1999 when I was ill, and just the two of them, because that's all. It was just 3 of us left, and then they went off and they've been touring ever since without me. So I want to go back. Oh, look at how nice! I want to go back and you know, play those songs the way they were intended one more time. But look. What am I going to do? I'm just a guy in his recording studio, you know, thinking, okay, my wife said to me, this is 14 months we've been together, you know, in the house. You again? Suki, you know what she said to me? She said, I want a 6-foot distancing in the house.
In the house.
She said, even during sex.
Well, listen, you must be very well endowed, Dennis, for the 6-foot distancing.
She said it's never been better. I don't know what she means because I can't even get closer.
The great thing is you guys have been together since high school, right?
High school.
51 years we've been married. So we've been together.
God, 51 years. But
Beatles, one was 64, 56 years we've been
56
together.
years, yeah. So Dennis, the from you then, the ultimate thing is you would definitely be open to a reunion and getting back together on stage.
Oh, absolutely. My bags are packed. I'm just standing here waiting for a phone call. I'm starting to think, perhaps not. But it has nothing to do with me. Never did.
Right.
And but look, you know, listen, I've had a charmed life. It's not been a bed of roses. You know, we people in show business, as I've said in 1977, we create the grand illusion, don't we? We say, look at us. We puff ourselves up and we act like we're cool. We're not. but we pretend really good, and then people.
Yeah.
But and in the Grand Illusion, I said, look it. So if you think your life is complete confusion because you never win the game, just remember it's a grand illusion. And deep inside, we are all the same. And if anything has been proved out, the pandemic is, but he's vulnerable to the same kinds of things. Now, rich people got a better chance, which is why people try to get to be rich. But ultimately, a lot of rich people died. Did you notice?
Yeah.
You're not immune from anything. And
no.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. So the grand illusion, we're all the grand illusions. We're just.
Have you? I mean, if the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame called and said, "Let's all get together, let's do this," would that be a catalyst? I mean, Foreigner got together.
Yeah, I think it's once again. I think it's in. It's in the other Tommy and Jay Wyatt's in their hands, not mine. Now, when I was at the hall a couple of years ago, they assured me, the people there, that they gave me the nice tour, the private tour, and said. It's not they said this. Do I believe them? Well, I'd like to. They said it's not a matter of if, it's when, and that there would be no reunion without me. Of course, there wouldn't be. And I think the guys have said, yeah, they'd be up for that. And so let me give you my phone number on the air so the hall can call me directly. It's in Secaucus. It's 555-555-555.
Yeah. It's I 81, you 812.
I'm using that one.
Yeah, you like that one, huh? The kids today would never understand what the hell that means at all. Never understand.
Who cares about kids today? I don't even like them.
Dennis, so let me ask you a question. So when everybody broke up, right? They went their way, you went yours. You were still, because you wrote most of the songs, you were allowed to say, Dennis DeYoung on, and the music of STYX. So they're singing the tunes, you're singing the tunes, but of course you doing it, it sounds like STYX, because you were the voice for so long. Do you still you sang these songs ad nauseum over the course of your career? Do you still enjoy being out there as much as you always did, with the crowd singing every word with you? You got to still love that, right?
I hear jackwagons in my business say things that sometimes just surprise me, because I don't want to play my hits anymore. They're just I'm so tired of them. And I think if you play the first few notes of a song and start singing and people scream and you don't like that, you have made a poor career choice.
Right.
That's what I think. And here's what I would say. Go back, you stooge, and think of the moment when you had nothing and you would have given anybody to sing anything from your repertoire. So I keep that in mind. Do you get tired of playing the songs? Well, a little bit, but honest to God, I still don't get tired of people loving what I did. That's the point. This was the goal. I want to get so famous that I can hate the music I've made. This was never a goal of mine. Mine was. Yeah.
No, you're right. It's true.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Now, I think, listen, if you're an artist, go paint a picture. But if you're a musician and you don't like that, I think you're being disingenuous. I could be wrong. If you didn't write the song, okay, all right, maybe you go. I had a hit with this. It was Rhinestone Cowboy, and I didn't write it, like Glenn Campbell. But when I wrote the songs, then they became hit records, I thought, this is a very good job, and I'm keeping it. I was only ever a kid with an accordion Beatle dreaming, baby. That's all I was. 2964, which is on this album that comes out tomorrow, Volume 2, 26 East, which was the address of my boyhood home where the band was formed in 1962. Oh, look at them. You see that? That's a Beatle album. That's Meet the Beatles.
Yeah, that is.
I've been trying for about 50 years to sneak into that photo. There I am. I made it. But, when I look back, I saw them on Sullivan, and like so many before me, their lives were changed. I say the Beatles were the greatest job creator in the history of music business. You're here, Suki. I'm here because of them. They invented rock bands, modern rock bands.
Yeah.
And all of us were just, following. So for me on this final album, the first song, Hello Goodbye, is a tribute to the Beatles. Listen to this. Suki, you're not going to believe this. Did you like the Beatles? Did you like
I know.
Okay, Scott, you?
Love the Beatles.
I was on Sirius XM last night on a Beatles channel, talking to guys for half an hour about the Beatles, and they play my song. I wrote. I've had 2 songs that I wrote that have been on the Beatles channel. Can you imagine this for a kid who's looking at him playing accordion? Going, oh, look at those! The girls are screaming. They got hair and it's going like this, and and then that happened to me. So it's a pretty wonderful career I've had. And I look back and I think, I should have eaten more pizza. That's my biggest regret.
Listen, that's a good life. If that's your only regret, Dennis, it's not bad. And listen, speaking of people, as soon as you open up your mouth, people knowing the songs. Here's a perfect example right here of you. You don't even have to sing a song; the audience does. Watch. It's great, man. That's gotta be like when you get off stage, you must be, after every show, you just must be flying high.
That's a catchy tune.
It is. I think it's gonna be. That's a good one. I can hear that.
That's gonna make it.
Yeah. I heard McCartney say this recently. People say, "What does it feel like when all those people are doing what they're doing and think you're really cool and all that?" I think I'm worried about messing up the next note. Scott, I mean, I'm thinking about.
That's all you're thinking about.
Don't suck here, Jesus. They paid a babysitter. They're old. They're walking in now, 50s. They don't have those tight T-shirts on, blue jeans from this. Oh, he still got tight pants. Not anymore. Not after the pandemic. Right now, you can't see it. But I got Christmas tree sweatpants on that I've had on since December. I'm not changing until the cootie goes away. But it's a wonderful thing. But let me just say, people come up to me now on social media, my Facebook page. Kids, don't bother with my website unless you want to see where I'm playing. Go to my Facebook page. I write everything on there. I don't have a stooge. I can't afford stooges to write what I'm thinking. I write it. And so you go there, you see me. But when I think of those moments and the joy that I've given people that I didn't even understand I was doing when I was writing it. I mean, I'm writing these songs. I'm in the arena. I'm trying to compete. And now, 30, 40, 50 years later, people that you realize what you meant to me and your music meant to my life. I think, no, I was just trying to kick Queen's ass. Just trying to beat Aerosmith.
Yeah.
So that's the unintended consequence of a life of music, because this. Music is magic of all the arts.
Yep.
Can you watch a movie 100 times? I don't think so.
No, you can listen to a song 100 times.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But you know what? Think about that time, Dennis. I mean, like you said, Aerosmith, Foreigner. I mean, all the bands that they have stood this test of time. What is it? I keep asking. I asked this question to Melissa Manchester yesterday. What is it about that music that has transcended all the way to 2020? That some music, even in present day, doesn't really have those legs to continue on 20, 30 years from now.
I'd like to think the music was good. It was good songs, good singers. Okay, but beyond that, let's be honest. Podcast? Dennis, it's 1975. You want to go on Scott and Suki's podcast? What are you talking about?
What is that?
No, it was radio. Radio and the kids in the audience were focused on the grand illusion that we were creating.
Yeah.
Okay. And they didn't have distractions. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have porn. I think we wouldn't have been successful. If 15-year-old boys could have watched porn in 1977, I wouldn't have any money.
Oh, Dennis, forget it. I would never leave the house, for God's sake.
What I mean, I'd have had to start tripping from the waist down. But listen to me. This is the truth.
Melissa Manchester answered it as melody and storytelling, and it was still part of a generation that came from the American songbook. Would you say that you're still part, when you were writing your music, that it was still, it extended from that past history?
Yeah. Yes, 100%. But I'm not dumb enough not to know that radio. Were you guys ever in radio?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We loved you. You were the lifeblood. You said to an audience that didn't know us, check this out.
Yeah, yeah. Love these guys. Sure.
You're driving your car. You're washing the dishes. It comes on the radio. You go, I like that song. Who was that again?
Yeah.
STYX? Was that STYX? So then they run to the record store. Now, when a rock record comes out, I'm not talking about pop stores or rap or country, but now in rock music, there's no radio station for it today, or it doesn't exist. So you got to go on the internet. And if you're old, you're going like this. Look at me. I'm doing it. That's like homework. Nobody needs that. Yeah. Play the record on the radio. You've already sorted through the crap. I don't have to do it.
Right.
So that's what we had for us. Music was central to people's lives.
Yeah. And
there.
very rarely did you hear what was on the B side of that 45, right? But listen, Dennis, from where I sit, even just watching those two videos that we played, STYX without Dennis DeYoung, to me, is not STYX. Dennis DeYoung, whoever he's doing his thing with, is STYX, because you were that voice. So to me, I think whether you guys have that reunion or not, I think you, as far as the sound and sounding like STYX, have obviously the upper hand as far as being that guy and that voice that we're all familiar with from 90% of those songs.
I'd like to see a reunion with Tommy and JY. I mean, I'd like to see it happen. I'd like to see STYX together as STYX. I really would.
And I'm going to quote Annie Lennox. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world so that's it. And what you just said about, it's not the same. I want to point out to all the lawyers that I'm not a ventriloquist and I didn't say that.
That's great. Now, listen, I'll ask you the question that we always ask guys who have a ton of hits. Was there one that was your favorite to sing, or is it "They're All My Babies" routine? Which one is it?
This is another thing. I hate people. I just don't like. I'm a misanthrope. I'm thinking to myself, when people say, first thing I think, oh, my songs, I write them. They're like my children.
Right.
These people have children? Who could say that?
Right. They're all like my children. That's what we get.
That's bullshit. Did you have to go bail out your kid when never mind. No. Here's what I do. It's simple. Pull the curtain back. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was a kid with an accordion Beatle dream, and I tried to find some chords that I liked.
Right.
Good chord. Put a note on there called a melody. Then stick words on them, and then I give you my point of view about my life and the world I see around me, hoping that you, Scott, that you, Suki, would find yourself in my song. And so when people say, "What's your favorite song?" I says, I don't have one because they're not mine. After it became a record, they belong to you.
They belong to you.
You don't get you're not going to get the royalty check. They're still coming to my house.
Right.
But the songs are what they mean to the audience. They take them and they make them personal to their life. What were you doing at the moment you heard your favorite song? Did you break up with somebody?
Yeah.
Or did you find love? Was it the first time you were in the back seat of a car? What was going on? But there was something.
Scott was always in the bushes.
Yeah, I was always in the bushes of the back seat, Dennis. One or the other. Always had the music going.
You must have had to get a lot of bug.
a lot of calamine lotion, Dennis. I was always scratching.
The music is yours. I don't care. You like them? I used to go like this. Someone would say, My favorite
Do you
song.
have any regrets, Dennis? Any regrets looking back on the year that we had as a country, personally, you know, coming out of this pandemic? Has anything shifted where you're able to say, all right, you know, we could have done this differently, or no, I don't have any regrets. I played my life the way it was meant to be played.
I thought, oh, if you're asking me, if the question is, do I have any regrets?
Yeah.
I don't know how long this program is. Have you got enough time for that? When people get to my age and they say they have no regrets, it's Xanax. They can't. Are you nuts? I mean, look, even Mother Teresa, they don't like her. This is ridiculous. But as far as the way the pandemic went, here's the story. I released my volume 1 of this. That watch how I promote now. That comes out tomorrow. Okay, you can go on the YouTube right now and see I Love Misanthrope. He's cute, and you can see The Last Guitar Hero, which is a Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine is on that track with me.
Wow.
Or you can order it at all the places you order these things. But I've forgotten the question, Suki. Oh, regret. I had to see. That's it. But I'm not good at being a commercial. But anyway, regarding the pandemic regrets, I did this duet with Julian Lennon on my first album called "To the Good Days." I love this song. There's home movies of me and my family. It's a video. It's beautiful. See me and my kids growing up with them.
Oh, I lost it.
No, I'm coming. Hold on.
There you go.
That's just the stupid phone comes in here and blanks.
Okay.
I'm on an iPad.
Oh, all right.
So,
okay.
The regrets. No, because my album was released on Wednesday of that same week. The WHO, and I don't mean Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend, they declared a world pandemic. My record came out. So no, I have no regret. I did what I needed to do, which was this. Settled science. We hear that all the time, don't we? Who can I swear on this?
Go ahead. Wait, but you just went. Oh, your audio went away.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm back.
There you go.
I don't know how to block calls. I'm 74. I don't know how to block these calls. So, what the hell was I talking about? If anybody calls me one more time.
Regrets? You were going to curse? One of those.
Okay. The settled science.
Right, that's it.
You remember the Big Bang, Scott? Are you old
Big
enough
Bang Theory? Sure.
Yeah, you were there. I was busy. Boom. Guess what? Right after 1 nanosecond of it, science was settled, and it's big. Scott, you can't put it inside of a breadbasket or an oven or your fridge. It's very big. What's not settled is what we imbeciles called human beings know about it.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to go around, aren't we all? Well, this is here you want to have a good time? Just go on Apple feed for COVID and read 20 articles, all of which will contradict the article in front of it.
Right.
So I'm saying less hubris, more humility. Please,
there you go.
Just take a breath. This guy, we got elected officials. It's their job to pretend that they know what's going on. They don't. You've met them. They don't know anything more. Even the science. Here's my favorite. My favorite thing. I read this. Scientists were astonished to discover. What more do you need to know when
if the scientist was astonished?
They're astonished. What's a jerk like me going to make of it? So I just everybody take a breath. This is nobody's real fault. Whether you want to wear a mask, or you want to be on Dancing with the Stars or The Masked Singer, I don't give a shit. Honest to God. But you say we really don't know, right? And we're finding out little by little. So I think I'll have thin crust. I prefer thin crust pizza.
There you go.
With pepperoni or without?
But did you say pepperoni?
Yes.
Yeah. Here's my theory. I'm from Chicago, where pizza was perfected. Not New York.
Not New York, no.
It goes like this. What is that wallpaper? Everyone in New York's going, I hate this son of a bitch.
Come on, you gotta fold it, Dennis. You gotta fold it and eat it. You're not just supposed to sit there like this and let it flop. You gotta fold it and then take it in.
Yeah,
I did, and it's still not any good. Anyway, here's the deal. Thin crust. What did you ask me? How did we get on these things?
I don't know. You said pizza. I said pepperoni.
Pizza. There you go.
No, pepperoni. If you're over 14, it's against the law to eat it. That's for kids.
Yeah.
You got to have Italian sausage with fennel sausage on the thing right there. Thin crust. So it's crispy, and then the cheese, and that's it. If you want to put on, you like pineapple? I don't care. If you want to put balsa wood on it, I don't care. But for me, it's Italian sausage. And there you go. That's it. That's pizza. So you want a green pepper? Want a mushroom? Okay. I'm not going to. Who am I to tell you what to do? But it's thin crust.
It's awesome. Listen, I had thin crust for dinner, Dennis. We have a third member of our party, a gentleman by the name of Phil. He's our music director. He's our singer. He's got more followers than STYX, the Rolling Stones, and Queen combined, all over the world. Here he is right here, our guy Phil.
Yeah, don't believe that. Don't believe
part
that.
Of the show. Dennis, former SWAT, Oklahoma police officer, military, viral sensation. He's one of our first guests. We kept him on the show every night because he's such an amazing singer. The women, Dennis, they go nuts for this guy around the country. I'd like you to take him off our hands. I wanted him to come sing a quick STYX tune. Maybe you take him on tour with you. You'll get more women in the audience. You let me know.
Listen, I'm open to anything. This guy wants to shake a tambourine. I don't care.
Hey, Scott is definitely my PR guy. Hey, Dennis,
I'm his manager.
I just want to say, when Scott told me you were going to be on the show, I said, please just get me on for a couple of minutes. I want to meet him because, you know, I've been a fan of yours, a huge fan of yours for many, many years. You're a big inspiration to me. And, you know, in 1979, Babe, I'm Leaving came out. Well, I joined the military, and I left January of 1980 for basic training. Well, the night before, my girlfriend played Babe, I'm Leaving about 60, no, seriously, about 60 times. And it was one of my favorite songs too, still is to this day. And I know that you are a huge supporter of veterans and first responders. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting veterans, first responders, and I really do appreciate you. And again, I'm one of your biggest fans.
What a beautiful story! And did you still want to meet me after you heard me talk here for the last half hour?
Yes. No, I especially wanted to, because I mean, just listening to you, you just make so much sense. You know, I was watching the All Due Respect video a little bit earlier, and you know, you speak for a lot of Americans, man, and you know, and I just respect the heck out of it. And again, your support is much appreciated.
Thank you.
It really is.
You know what? Here's what I'm telling you, and they pay me. Guys, this is what I'm 74.
74.
74. People are saying this. When do we get rid of this guy? And then why I hear things like that, and I think to myself, how lucky you got to be. Anyway, let me hear your song. I can't wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a tribute that, you know, I kind of came up with. It's not that big of a deal, but babe, I'm leaving. I must be on my way. The time is drawing near. My train is going. I see it in your eyes. The love, the need, your tears. But I'll be lonely without you. And I'll need your love to see me through. Please believe me, my heart is in your hands, and I'll be missing you. Right, got a little tear. It brings back some memories, man.
Wait a second. I got to get a copy of that, because here's why. Here's what. Normally when people sing me my songs, I want to go, how do I get out of here?
Dennis, that's why I brought him on.
I want you to send it to Garth Brooks or Jason Aldean or one of those guys with hats, because I have never in my life heard a country version of that song. All we needed was the pedal steel and a big hat. We could take this to the top of the country stars. You just did that little. Oklahoma? Is that where that's from?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oklahoma thing, that little wiggle waggle going in there. No one's ever done that. So
yeah,
congratulations. I love that.
But thank you so much. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories and the support.
Yeah, and listen, I wrote that song for my wife because separation from a loved one is what it's about. It's not really it's a love song, but it's about the way we feel when we've got to go someplace and spend the time. And all of us, you're shaking your head, Suki, because those of us in show business travel. We can't always travel, although my wife and I have traveled a lot together, but there's those times when you can't do it. And if you find love in your life, why the hell, even if you're in a rock band, why do you have to apologize for it or make excuses for it? Doggone it. Love, it's better than those albums back there. It's the best thing there is, to know that somebody is there for you, to care for you, to take care of you, to be there when you need them. And that's all I have to say. And love is so important.
Dennis, I'm gonna give you the last word, my friend. Honor to have you on, bud. You're an absolute joy. And listen, your music will, the music of you and STYX, regardless of you guys getting back together, will live on forever. Absolutely.
Been a pleasure, guys.
Dennis, thank you so much, bud.
See you later.
Good luck with the album, my friend.
Say hello to your wife. Bye.
She's upstairs making pizza. I will.
Take care, Dennis. Thank you, bud. What a good guy, man. He was great.
Is like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And he was so quick-witted. I mean, I was just like, okay, trying to keep up with it all.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. You get stars like that who come on. You're like, is he going to be fun? Is he going to be happy? Is this a pain in the ass for him?
But you know what? Phil got huge compliments.
Oh,
Phil got
Philly
huge
Kid.
compliments.
Man. Wow.
Philly Kid, he was shaking his. I was watching. He was shaking his head while you were singing. He wasn't turned off whatsoever.
Yeah. And he even said that, Philly. He said usually he's like,
Man, that's a bucket list moment right there, folks.
Moment, right?
Wow. Yeah, Phil, we take our bills in 10s and 20s, my friend.
It's coming.
Phil,
it's coming.
After you told that story, I mean, like, wow, that was pretty intense. Like, putting you where you were in your life at that moment when that song was on repeat for you, and I was like, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. That's a lot of times these singers come on here and they make memories for people. They just don't realize that, I guess. I mean, but yeah, it's
I mean, every time you hear "Come Sail Away," I mean, come on, come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. It's just
gathering of angels appear upon my head.
I mean,
Say to me this sail, and this is what they said.
They said, "Come sail away." Listen, Suk, before you go, next week, Paul Walter Hauser's here on Tuesday, the guy from Cruella. We got Susan Anton on Wednesday. We got Maurice Bernard on Thursday. Sonny mixed in with magicians, singers, you name it. Great shows coming up next week. Great shows this week. Suki Kid, I'm going to pop this on. We love you. Phil,
love you
we'll
guys.
come back
Bye,
to you.
Bye, Suki. Love you too.
I'm glad you hit your bucket list. That was a good one.
No, thank you.
See you later, Suk.
Papa drove a truck nearly all his life. You know it drove Mama crazy being a trucker's wife. The part she couldn't handle was the being alone. I guess she needed more to hold than just the telephone. Papa called Mama each and every night just to ask her how she was and if his kid was alright. Mama would wait for the call to come in, but when Daddy hung up, she was gone again. Mama was a looker, Lord, how she shined. Papa was a good one, but the jealous kind. Papa loved Mama, Mama loved me. Mama's in the graveyard, Papa's in the pen. Yeah. Well, it was bound to happen one night, it did. Well, my papa came home and it was just us kids. He had a dozen roses and a bottle of wine. If he was looking to surprise us, he was doing fine. I heard him cry for Mama up and down the hall. Then I heard a bottle break against the bedroom wall. That old diesel engine made an eerie sound when Papa fired it up and headed into town. Well, the picture in the paper showed the scene real well. Papa's rig was buried in the local motel. The desk clerk said he saw it all real clear. He never hit the brakes and he was shifting gears. Mama was a looker, Lord, how she shined. Papa was a good one, but a jealous guy. Papa loved Mama, Mama loved me. Mama's in the graveyard, Papa's in the pen. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna miss you, Mama. I'm gonna come and visit you, Pops.
Love me some Garth Brooks.
Hold on, let me switch this back around. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, Philly Kid. That was a good time with him. What a good guy.
Wow, man. Yeah,
I think he would have stayed as long as we wanted him to.
Yep, I think you're right. And he would have been entertaining the whole time.
Yeah, no, he's funny, man. He could tell right off the bat. As soon as I said hello to him, he went off. He just started going. But that was good. That was good. Listen, man, I have a very, very early morning. I got my my big acting debut tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm going to give you one of my Phil. I know the whole thing by heart. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
it's unbelievable. I know this whole thing by heart. It's crazy.
Wow.
So it'll either be really good or really bad. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I gotta go shave, throw my suit on. I gotta be at the place at 7 a.m. So yeah, man. Listen, we'll hang for like another 12 minutes, and if you want, man, do a little mini concert, finish us up on this Thursday. And I will definitely know whether it's good or bad. I'll get the clip from what I do, and I'll bring it on the show. We'll play it.
Heck yeah, man! I want to see that. I want to see that.
It'll be very funny. Very funny. What else? Yeah, no, man. Listen, great show, man. We got some good shows next week. I'll tell you, it does not end, my man. It does not end.
Heck no. Let's do a little. I'm gonna do "Babe, I'm Leaving You" all the way through this time.
You're gonna do it again?
Yes.
All
Love
right,
that song.
Light it up, baby. Light it up.
Babe, I'm leaving. I must be on my way. The time is drawing near. My train is going. I see it in your eyes. The love, the need, your tears. But I'll be lonely without you. And I'll need your love to see me through. Please believe me, my heart is in your hands.
and I'll be missing you. You know it's you, babe. Whenever I get weary and I've had enough, feel like giving up, you know it's you, babe, giving me the courage and the strength I need. Please believe that it's true. Babe, I love you. Babe, I love you.
Nice. Nice. Everybody loving it, Philly Kid. You want to stick with STYX?
Yeah, let's do a little lady. Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling. Give me, all your love. Your hands build me up when I'm sinking. Touch me and my troubles all fade. Lady, from the moment I saw you standing, all alone, you gave all the love that I needed. So shy, like a child who has grown. You're my lady. Yeah.
Nice, Philly Kid. Nice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip out your song for Dennis, and I'm going to send it to his guy to give to him.
Okay.
So we'll have it. We'll have it on.
Nice.
But, yeah. No, he was impressed, man. He was impressed. You were a little nervous, aren't you?
Oh, wait! Look who I'm singing to. Look who I'm singing to.
I could tell you were a little nervous. I could hear it in your voice. You were a little nervous on that one.
I mean, you're talking about
it's like singing, "Love Me Tender" to Elvis,
or "Jesus Loves Me" to the Pope.
Yeah, right.
I don't. Wow.
Unreal. You want to finale us up? Give us a little STYX. Let's stick with the.
Oh gosh, hang on a second. What's another STYX tune? I only had two pulled up.
You got these are the best of times.
Too much time.
You got come sail away, come sail away, come and sail away with me, lad.
That was the only two.
Don't let it end. Or you're fooling yourself, you don't believe it. You're killing yourself, you don't believe it. Come on, get back on your feet. I think by the end of the month we start Crackle Plus, Philly Kid. Be on another big streaming site end of the month.
Woo!
Crackle Plus. Yeah, give us a little finale, baby. I gotta go study my lines. I gotta shave. I gotta get up early, Phil.
Well, I had a Joe Cocker song ready, so I'm gonna knock it out. I had a request for it. Goes a little something like this.
Go.
You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? Ooh, you're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. You are so wonderful to me. You are so wonderful to me. Can't you see? Ooh. Oh, you're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Yes.
Nicely done, my friend.
All right, Scott. Hey, remember, break a leg.
What's the key? What's the key?
Break a leg. Listen to the director. The
director.
You know, he may tell you ease up on the psycho eyes, like I was told once.
Phil, what if I can't remember the lines when I get there and I'm like, hi, like Ralph Cramden. Oh, it can core apple. Oh, chef of the future. Yes, it can core apple.
Well, yeah, and you will, and you will forget sometimes. I know a lot of times when they turn the cameras on and they say action and everyone's looking at you, that's happened to me before. The lines just leave, so I just say line because you have people
line,
yeah, and they'll feed it to you, and you know that may happen, but it's not that big of a deal. It's
friends, Romans, countrymen, line, lend me your ear, line.
Yeah, and here's one piece of advice. If you do forget a line, if you're doing your lines and you forget a word or two, just stop and just keep your same eye line. Don't go like, oh man, because if you forget a line and you just keep your same eye line and just sit there,
right?
They can cut. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. I'll let you know either way. Listen, we'll post some stuff over the weekend. We'll do some duets.
Yes.
We'll light it up. Another great week ahead. And let's see. How do we usually finish up? With number one show on Star, Sugi and Scott show, still there. And good night, sweetheart.
Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Oh, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Have a great
Good
weekend.
night, everybody.
Philly DEYOUNG.